Here it is, for a listening audience sparkling with excitement. A fortune of fabulous home comfort and energy efficiency information is yours on this week's Brauer Home Power Hour. So, come on down and spend the next hour with Duane Knickerbocker and Bill Small.
Welcome to the Brauer Home Power Hour, or as we like to call it, how to live much better on much less energy. You're in the right place if you've always hoped to have a home that was quiet, efficient, and healthy for your family to spend their time there. We can help you out with that. My name is Bill Small. I'm sitting here with the brains of the outfit, Duane Knickerbocker. He is the Vice President of Brauer Mechanical, and I'm always thrilled to have him with me. How are you, Duane?
Super excited to see what you got on the plate for today.
We got a lot on the plate today, buddy. You're going to be put through your paces today.
Right.
I'm excited about that. Some of the things you're going to need to explain to folks today. How we can upgrade a home and guarantee that that home is going to run cheaper. In fact, our results prove that our upgraded homes often run cheaper than brand new homes. And when we upgrade a home, it will typically mean if they decide to go solar, which you're going to need to make that decision here in the next month or so before Thanksgiving, that home will typically save 7 to 15 solar panels, which is $7,000 to $15,000. That's a lot of savings in there. And we're going to put you through your paces to talk about this. And you know, this is a midpoint of our 4th or 5th year. I never know how to figure that out. I guess we're about 4.5 years old. You know, it's been a little while since I was 4.5 years old, but that's about what we are right now. And that's how long we're into this. It astonishes me how much things have changed, how many different topics. I mean, 4 years ago, we may have mentioned occasionally generators, maybe occasionally.
Right.
Now, we don't have a show where we don't mention them because everybody else is talking about them. With everything that's been in the news, it's been a big deal.
That's so true.
Okay, and I know that's something that you have gone through, you've embraced it, and you actually have these things that you can help people with, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. You know, like you said, 4 years ago, we were talking a little bit about batteries, and that was pretty much when it came to the whole generator side of things. And like you said, now that conversation is everywhere you turn right now.
And boy, it has changed. And like I said, that's what's in the news. Okay, one of the other things I want to talk about is we're doing a lot of Facebook videos, and you're really putting time into this, aren't you?
They're fun.
Well, it's fun, but we've got a lot of incredibly smart and creative customers, and like I said, we're in 100 plus homes a week typically, and our technicians go out there, and when they're in there, it's not just a mechanical operation with them. They actually talk to the consumer, and they start to share things with the consumer, and the consumer starts to share things with them. Tell me about some of the things you've got going on, because you started talking about internet access for dogs, which I don't even know how that one came about.
Access for dogs.
But some of the things you've got.
Technology
for dogs.
Exactly
Technology for dogs.
Yep. So all the different things we're seeing, because just like you talked about, in given 2 to 2.5 days, we're in 100 homes. And we get to, like you said, talk to all these different people and see all these different things, how people use their homes. And so the technicians and the installers, everybody, it brings back things that they actually see. And then we keep track of all of them and we start to compile them up. So like one of them that we did was hiding places, all the unique hiding places in our homes, because, people want to stash different things and hide them from. So we did one just on the different hiding places, all the unique ways to use pool noodles. One of them was backyard speakers. Those things are expensive. We found a customer that I think they were into it for $15 and had a very high quality outdoor speaker. And then, like you said, dogs and technologies, all the different, how we can use technology in our dogs. And
yeah, and these videos, a lot of people are looking at them. And that's got to make you feel good.
And like you said, they're a little bit of a competition thing at the with the technicians and the installers, and they're just fun to create too. It's just a different atmosphere. There's we're not selling anything on them. It's just information of what we saw other people use in their homes.
Basically, the reason you do it is just to share different ideas. Yep. The idea with the outdoor speaker was my personal favorite.
Yeah, okay,
because we went out and did it. We did it at our house, and you create an incredibly high quality speaker for basically no money.
Yeah, $20. Yep.
Right, $20, and wow! I mean, when kids are over there, you can actually play music. They can all hear it. Everybody's happy.
All wireless, absolutely. Yep.
Exactly. What's your favorite?
I would have to probably say just because I love dogs, the funnest one for me was, just all the different ways, the dog technology and, how to, dispense treats or watch them when you're away or protect your couch or just all those different things that were going on. So
they are pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay, now we've got Halloween in just, 4 or 5 days?
Good, yes.
And I know that Colton, being who he is, probably has a Halloween joke.
He did. He has one. He asked if I could ask you.
Absolutely,
right,
absolutely.
You ready for the PG joke?
I don't know, but but go ahead and tell.
Okay,
go ahead and ask
me. Halloween.
Okay.
So where does Dracula keep his valuables?
I have no idea.
How about the blood bank?
Oh, the blood bank. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, I like it. So, good job, Colton. Keep them coming, buddy. Keep them coming.
Yeah, he's been in remission for a while.
He has. Yes, what's the story been with that?
I don't know. He came alive with the power outage and shot us one last week. And then, because Halloween was right there, he got in the groove and gave us 2. So.
Well, he wasn't sitting at home playing his Xbox, that's for sure. Right. He had to get back into that whole process of thinking, and he did. Okay, something I want to talk about during this show that I think is important. You actually still make the guarantee in writing that when you're done with a home, what it's going to cost to run, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm gonna push you through the paces on that. I want to know how you do it. Okay? And before we get going any further, we have got a workshop coming up 2 nights from now. Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Right?
Correct.
Okay. It is a great workshop. It's going to show you how to save some money, make your home run better, make your home run quieter, run healthier. It is a really great thing, and we're buying dinner. Please visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us your name, email, telephone. We'll get you registered. It doesn't cost a thing. Like I said, we're buying dinner, so visit BrauerMechanical.com. We have a brand new show every week where we answer questions you didn't know you had and help you get results you didn't think were possible. And coming up, when the power goes off, everyone is looking for answers. Learn the truth about solar power and how to get an actual return on your investment when we get back.
Well, that's it. Another dinner ruined. Everybody was chilled. Fireplace wood ran out, and the dinner got cold after just a few minutes on the table. We might as well just thrown our friends inside the fridge. We even had to hand out our sweaters to our guests. When the HVAC guys said we had to replace the whole system, we just couldn't do it. I mean, not to mention, it just didn't feel right. Too expensive around the holidays.
Don't replace it. You likely don't need to, especially if it's 15 years old or less. Get a second opinion on your furnace and entire HVAC system so you can live more comfortably for less. Call Brauer Mechanical today to find out what really needs to be done. 916-624-0808. That's 624-0808 or online at BrauerMechanical.com.
Welcome back to the Brauer Home Power Hour, or as we like to call it, how to live much better on much less energy. You're in the right place if you want to learn how to live better on less energy and have a home that's quiet, efficient, and healthy for your family. You can visit our website at BrauerMechanical.com. And Brauer upgraded homes are guaranteed in writing to run cheaper. And in fact, the real world results we have prove that our upgraded homes will often run cheaper than brand new homes. And that's kind of a cool thing if you ask me. Okay, Duane, with everything that we've got going on with the power outages, a lot of folks are asking, could a new solar system be part of the answer to the power outages that people are experiencing? What's your thought on that?
Very good point. So if there is a cheaper way for you to get that same commodity, electrical, if it comes from the utility company, or like you're talking about, what if it comes off my roof and supplies my house? And I don't buy my power, right? I mean, I don't make a bulk purchase for the next 20 years when it comes to power. I pay for it by the month if I'm on the utility program.
Sure.
Every month they send me a bill and I pay the bill. Well, so what if we took that same mentality but we did something a little bit different with it? So what if our mentality was to put a solar system on the roof and finance it? Instead of paying cash, we finance it and look at the two differences between what I pay PG&E today and what my finance power amount is. And so I've got an example, and we almost always see it. If your bill's above $200 a month on just the electrical side, the average, we almost always see where we can actually, instead of you paying that monthly utility bill to PG&E and getting the power from them, when we call it renting the power, or you can own your own power systems. And so we finance the solar system, we put it on your roof, and there's typically there's a substantial savings there that we can get you more for that same amount you're spending every month. And so if your bill's around $200 a month, a lot of times we can get you a battery system incorporated into that, and your monthly expenditure is the exact same every single month compared to what it was, or maybe even still saving a little money. So what I like to do is I brought an example of what we did with a customer and how this actually all came about. So this customer was in Rockland. His actual average energy bill was just a little over $200 a month. So just on the electrical side, the average bill was about $200 a month. We averaged it all out. So what we did with him was to get him to a zero bill, he needed 23 solar panels. The only thing that they wanted to do is just address the electrical and put in a solar system. But he also was concerned about these power outages, and he wanted something to come on automatically and power up the things in his home because he spends a lot of time away from his home, and he wants to be able to have those things come on automatically. So what our solution for him was a 23 panel solar system and a small battery system. So this battery system is not going to run his oven. It's not going to run his dryer. It's not going to run the air conditioning system, but it's going to run everything else in the house. His microwave, his lights, all the electronics in the house. It's going to run everything else in the house except for the dryer, oven, and the air conditioning system. He can get heat off of it. So now this whole system was $35,000.
Okay.
So what we did is, because the battery system installed with solar gets you that 30% tax credit on the battery system. So if it's installed with solar, it's eligible for that 30% tax credit. So what he was financed amount was $24,000 for a solar system and the battery, because he's going to get the tax credit in April and he's going to pay off the balance of the loan. So he's only left with that $24,000.
Okay.
So that actual payment, we're actually still making him $30 a month. So he's getting, compared to what he was paying the utility company before. So our financed amount for this solar system with battery technology, he's still saving $30 a month compared to what his old plan was, paying the utility company for the power and getting nothing for it. He was getting the energy, but he wasn't never getting any ahead of the game at all. At least now he's making payments to owning his own electrical system that's sitting on his roof.
Well, now, it seems to me in a situation like that his return on investment comes down into two different areas. Okay, and obviously it comes down to the financial arena. That's a no-brainer, right? Pretty much proven that. Basically, he's making $30 a month
and getting the battery technology on top of that.
Right, that's the whole thing. So he's getting a lot there. But the second area of return on investment, in my estimation, would be the quality of life. It just seems to me, because he has some level of assurance, because it's not just public safety power shutoffs when the power goes off. There's other things that happen, right? Okay. And
cars running into power poles.
If you live in SMUD, that's a bigger and bigger issue every day, I think. But that becomes an issue. And he's got the level of assurance there that, like you said, his microwave is going to work. His television is going to work. His charging for your phone and his laptop is going to work. He's got all those things going on. And that's definitely a quality of life issue.
Yeah, when you spend a lot of time away, you want to make sure, or most people care about their refrigerator and freezer, making sure that comes on automatically, that, it's nothing manual that has to be done, a switch to push or anything. And, that's one of the neat things about the battery technology. It won't run the whole house. There's certain items that, the technology, just can't run. But it kicks on within like the first 5 to 7 seconds of the power outage. So after that, all those dedicated loads come on. The other neat thing with this battery technology is if you have solar and the power goes out, the solar system shuts down. It doesn't work. The neat thing about it, if you have a battery system and solar, when the power goes off, that solar system is recharging that battery system. So you're not only getting the power that's coming off of that battery system to be deployed in the house to run the different things, as the solar system as that battery is getting depleted, that solar system is recharging that battery too.
Now, that sounds like a pretty heady topic, one that you could probably address best in our upcoming workshop.
Very good point.
Because that's
a lot of time.
That's some complex stuff right
You're
there.
right.
Because you can do that with batteries or generators, right?
What's that?
Have the power automatically transitions from one to the other.
Exactly.
Okay, so if that's something that you're listening and that's something that you have a desire to learn more about or do, visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us your name, telephone number, and email. Come to our workshop so we can explain that in more detail and specifically how that's done and the advantages to you. Again, that's BrauerMechanical.com. Name, email, telephone. Duane is very good at going over that, and you can understand all the advantages. And there's definitely more advantages than we're talking about here today. True?
True.
Okay. And sometimes for some folks, solar isn't right. And I mean, basically, you need to make a decision by Thanksgiving if solar is right for you if you want to get it done this year, right?
That's a good question. People want to know, why Thanksgiving? Well, we don't know, how much weather we're going to get. We don't know how much rain, because when it's raining out, we can't work on people's roofs putting solar in. So we don't know how much rain that's going to, take place, during those rainy part of the year. So that's why we kind of say, hey, if you agree to it before Thanksgiving, we'll make it happen. We'll get it in this year. The tax credit's going down next year. It's only 4%, but it's going from 30% to, so next January 2nd, solar system just got 4%, cost 4% more. So, something you want to look at. And something else with this gentleman too is that when you go and you actually finance your solar system, that finance number is going to be the same for the next 20 years. The other thing to think about is your energy cost. If you're renting your power from the utility company, is your energy cost going to be the same for the next 20 years? Probably not. We see as power keeps going up and up and up. So if you buy your solar system, finance solar system, we guarantee what that system's going to put out in energy over the course of the year. You know what your payment is going to be every single month, so you're not getting that sticker shock every month opening your bill.
We've got the knowns and we have the unknowns. And with, if we're buying our power directly from PG&E, we know what it's going to cost for this month. We know what it's going to cost after this, and we know what it's going to cost after this. If we're buying our power from our own roof, we know what it's going to cost for every stick of power we buy.
Absolutely. You know what that payment is for the entire year. Every single month, it's the same amount.
Exactly. And during the summertime, that can be a big, big deal.
Yep.
Okay. A lot of folks don't want to go solar.
True.
A generator might be a better option for them.
It very well could be.
Either permanent or temporary. Talk about that, will you? Because that's something that people need to look at because, and again, like you've said before, if you get a generator, you do some upgrades on your home, you get to buy a smaller generator.
Yes.
Because you don't need as much, right?
Very good.
Talk about that, please.
So, there's 3 different ways to go about it. Just like we talked about here, batteries, but you're not going to get to run the whole house. If you do want to run the whole house, like you talked about the standby generator systems where you can have those designed to be as large as you want and run as much electrical items as you want. If you have a well, you're not going to want to use battery technology. You're going to want to use, either a portable generator or a standby generator. And because if the power goes out in the country, being a country boy, that was one of the things you always were concerned about is, the well, where was that, how much water was in that pressure tank so you could actually, use the lavatories so that you had water. So
Sure.
So we just want to understand, what are your goals? What are the things you need to operate? What do you want to operate? And then we can design either the portable generator system or the standby generator system based on the needs when the power goes out.
And boy, I'll tell you, people really appreciate now everything that is powered by electricity and what they don't have when it's gone.
Right.
It's a very, very large concern, and it's an incredible product we get delivered, and we need to appreciate it, and we need to do what's necessary to insulate ourselves from problems moving down the road. And that's part of what we're doing here. Visit BrauerMechanical.com. Register for our upcoming workshop. It's Tuesday night. It's 6 o'clock. It doesn't cost you anything, and we're buying dinner. Just visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us your name, your email, telephone number. We'll get a hold of you and get you scheduled. Life can get quiet and cold when the power is shut off. Learn what one local homeowner did when she reached her final straw and couldn't take it anymore.
Whew, darn. It is getting cold out there. I wish I could get the heat in the house, just right. It seems it's either too warm or it's just not warm enough. And when I had the HVAC guys out, they said I needed a whole new system. Shocker. Of course they did. But that just didn't feel like it was right. I mean, it still blows warm air, and it's only 8 years old.
You should be comfortable in your home, and the heat should be whatever you want it to be, when you want it to be, and where you want it to be. Too many contractors take the easy way out and are too quick to replace your entire HVAC when less expensive repairs would do the job. If that last estimate just doesn't feel right to you, call Brauer Mechanical at 916-624-0808. That's 624-0808, or online at BrauerMechanical.com.
Welcome back to the Brauer Home Power Hour, the place to be if you want to learn how to live much better on much less energy. Okay, Duane, we've got a lot of folks that have been calling in recently for generator sales, and I get it. They want to, they're like so many people. They want to control what they can control. And this is something that if you've got the ability, you can control this aspect of things. I'd like to listen to this call, and then I've got some questions about it, if you don't mind.
Right.
Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you for calling Brauer Mechanical Customer Service. This is Jocelyn. How can I help you?
I was calling to see if I can have a salesperson call on me. Let me back up. You guys were listed on the Generac website as a local retailer. Do you guys install Generac systems?
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
And
So what I am interested in is for someone to come and talk to me about the relative differences between doing, an expensive Generac installation for a residence or to do something else. But I want to protect myself against what is clearly going to become more and more outages by PG&E.
Okay, definitely understandable, yes. All right, and have we been out to your house before?
Yeah, you guys moved my air conditioning unit for me, which was actually quite an electrical job because of where we had to run the electrical.
Oh, okay. Well, wonderful. Well, are there certain days out of the week that work best for you that I should pay attention to?
No, I want to hear when your first available is.
I have, and you are located in Rockland, correct?
Yeah.
I have Friday the 18th at 12. That's going to be our first.
I think that might be perfect, actually. Oh.
Well, then I have that on schedule, and so my understanding is you're looking for a generator and you want to know, price differences from Generac and other brands?
Yeah, because, I could go to Costco and just go get a rinky-dink one and run a bunch of extension cords to just my freezer but I was just wondering if there was a more elegant solution that's more long-term, maybe more if we just assume that this is just the beginning of a decade of weird habit, maybe I just want to put some money into it. So even the low-end Generacs I might be interested in. So I just, I want to talk about the relative price differences of rinky-dink solutions versus medium versus the whole house would just feel like nothing happened. I want to understand the math behind all of that.
Definitely. Okay, perfect. Well, then I have the guy for you. And all right, well, then we have that on schedule. And if anything comes up and you need to reschedule, we can always do that for you as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This was a great call, I thought.
Yes.
You know, I mean, she was going through a lot of things. I mean, she was talking about an expensive Generac system. Well, I think expensive comes down to your point of view. I mean, what's all that stuff in your refrigerator and freezer worth?
Right.
I think that's going to be a little bit difficult to amortize some of those things. Or go to Costco and get a rinky-dink system.
That's right.
Well, if you go to Costco and get that so-called rinky-dink system, you still need to know how to connect it, right?
Like she said, running extension cords and versus an elegant solution.
Yeah, an elegant solution. I don't know about you. I like the idea of an elegant solution, but I know you heard a different call than I did. What did you get out of this?
Just like she said, and she's spot on with, everybody is, what are the options? She said that, she's looking at this as something that's going to happen more and more. And so what are her solutions to this problem? Does she want something? She wants to look at other brands, along with Generac. She wants to look at what is, I think, not a rinky-dink solution. So, absolutely, everybody's wanting to know these same things. What can I do in these things? Where's my pain threshold in my home? Can I actually do things when the power goes out? Or do I just want a solution that when the power goes out, everything kicks on and runs normal?
And you can do that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, it sounds to me like she's got a couple of options. She's got either the, she called it expensive Generac system, or she could go with a portable generator, which I think you've got the ability to do the plug and play system.
Good point.
Where she could just roll that thing out, start it, and she's good to go,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
For a while anyway. Okay. Then she's got solar with batteries, and she's got the darkness method.
The do nothing.
Well, right. I mean, I doesn't sound to me like the darkness method is going to work well for her.
Yeah, good point.
Okay. And I think for someone like this, and I'm just going to throw this in here, someone like this is a perfect candidate to show up at our workshop.
Good point.
Because she's got an entire spectrum of questions. She can get them answered one-on-one, maybe in the house. But if she's got input from different people like she does in a workshop situation, I think she's going to get more of her questions answered and more variables thrown in. So anybody who wants to do that should visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us their name, their email, and telephone number. Our next workshop, in fact, is coming up Tuesday night at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. And we're buying dinner.
Yep.
We are buying dinner. So BrauerMechanical.com, name, email, telephone, we'll get you scheduled. But it just seems to me like she's got a lot of questions across the board from darkness to full serve.
Right.
Really difficult to answer those, especially on the phone.
And you're exactly right. Just because a lot of people don't know what to ask. They understand, the different things and they've seen or read or researched. But like you said at the workshop, a lot of times they're hearing other people's questions that spark other, ideas on what they want to actually happen at their home too.
Some people they've got different experiences. Some of them a system she wants, somebody may already be using and say, oh, I can tell you, I thought that was going to work too, but it doesn't work and here's why.
Yep.
Okay. And then, we've got other things that she can look at that point in time. So she should really be coming to one of our workshops. And if you're interested in doing this as well, you ought to as well. And coming up, have you ever felt you wanted to be completely independent from energy companies? Many feel this way. Some have actually done it. Learn how to join the ones who are energy independent and keep their money in their bank when we get back.
Look, I'm no expert, but that doesn't sound right. Something's definitely wrong with the furnace. The house is cold, and I just can't get it warmed up. And my wife has our big holiday parties just around the corner. My wife keeps telling me, would you do something? You've got to get it fixed. And I'm going to be in some big trouble. One, for that voice, and two, if I don't get something fixed with the furnace. And I mean something done right now. I mean, that couch, it isn't that comfortable.
Home comfort means everything, and that's why in most cases, Brauer Mechanical can have your problem diagnosed within 24 hours. Don't continue in an uncomfortable situation. Make everyone in the house happy and get that furnace fixed. Call Brauer now, 916-624-0808. That's 624-0808 or online at BrauerMechanical.com.
Welcome back to the Brauer Home Power Hour. You are in the right place if you want to learn how to live better on less energy. You always wanted a home that was quiet, efficient, and healthy place for your family. Visit our website at BrauerMechanical.com. Great place to visit. Lots of tools there. No tricks, no treats, no Halloween, just good stuff that you can use. Okay, Duane, more and more people are asking about energy independence. They actually want to be some of them want to be completely independent from their utility company.
Yeah, so you're right. It's what we actually see when people are calling in and using that exact words you're talking about. We don't know really what they want at that point. So when we ask, some people are saying that they just want a low electric bill. To them, that's, just eliminating the huge summer spikes in their electrical bill. That's energy independence to them. Some people, no, energy independence to them is that they want that low bill summer and winter. So they don't want to have a low energy or low electric bill in the summertime and then spend a lot in the wintertime to heat their home. So some people, it's just that constant low bill. That's energy independence to them. And then there's others that were coming out is that they want all that. Plus, they want to be able to drive their car off of solar. So they want to be totally energy independent. So some people, energy independence is having, a low electric bill, a low gas bill, and then also having when it comes to gasoline, having a low to no bill when it comes to that too. So sometimes energy independence incorporates all that.
Well, and the electric car thing is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the last time that I went for a drive anywhere that I didn't notice many electric cars.
I mean, I never would have thought my wildest dreams that I was reading a thing on a Porsche is coming out with I think it's called Taycan or something like that. That the actual Porsche electric car, never thought I'd see that. The other thing I never thought I'd see the price tag at $183,000 for an electric Porsche car. I was just blown away by that one.
Well, someone's going to write that check, too.
Yeah, well, the markets must be out there, and they're building them. So it's very interesting in that space with the electric car industry.
Exactly, but there's so many different places on this scale. Some people want everything and a little bit more. Some people want almost nothing. Then you've got that group of people, they want to be energy independent, but just enough to where they can still buy the cheap level of power from their utility company.
Good point.
And everything else, they want to be able to generate that or get it through an alternative means, right?
Nope, very good point.
How do they do that? I mean, how do they do that with any degree of specificity or accuracy?
So it's just designing the system appropriately up front. So like the cars, you tell us how many miles you want to drive. We'll design the solar system to incorporate that. So you tell us that, hey, you want to drive 14,000 miles a year. We're going to add an extra 10 panels to your solar system so you can drive 14,000 miles. You tell us that you want to convert from your gas heating system to electricity. We look at your energy bill. How much gas did you consume during that, November, December, January, February months? And we convert that to electricity and say, hey, you need another 6 panels to heat your home all year with solar energy. So we're just actually looking at all these different things. You tell us what you want to do. Hey, I want to drive this many miles. Hey, I want to convert my water heater to solar. I want to convert my oven, whatever these electrical items are. You tell us what those things are. We'll do the conversions and show you how many solar panels. And most of the time, people are quite amazed how much energy one solar panel can develop. Like, you can drive a car. One solar panel can collect the amount of energy to drive your car about 1,400 miles. So the amount of energy collected off of one solar panel can propel that car for about 1,400 miles. So it's pretty impressive how much energy is being collected over the course of a year. Most homes, we add on another 6 solar panels in that ballpark, most homes, and we can actually, that's all it's needed to collect the energy over the entire year to heat your home.
Anybody who comes to our energy workshop, one of the big takeaways they're going to get is these things that we're talking about here, we don't just say them. We will back that information up in writing.
Absolutely.
Okay? To me, that's a really big difference. It's really easy to say, well, we're putting our name on it. We're actually financially backing, saying this is what we'll do and this is how we'll do it, and we guarantee it. That's different than I think a lot of people are doing.
A very good point.
Okay, and really, if you want to find out more about that, visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us your name, your telephone number, your email address. show up at our energy workshop, and I think you're going to walk away pretty surprised by what actually gets delivered, because it's not just what we want to deliver for you. It's a lot of it is based on what you want to learn while you're there. See, that's what's different. The takeaway is what you want to take away, right?
Very well said.
That is a magical difference that I don't think a lot of people get. So visit BrauerMechanical.com. Leave us your name, your email, your telephone. October 29th, 6 p.m. We even buy you dinner. You can come on down and be absolutely mesmerized. Okay, now, well, I'm sorry. It is because most people, they expect something different than they leave with. And they're much happier that they were there. And the next time they'll send a friend or two along to say, you need to listen to this because they've actually got something here that's not what you expect.
Good point.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, so what else do we have on this whole topic of energy independence? How do you guarantee this stuff in writing? I don't understand that.
The beautiful thing about it, it's math.
Okay.
So you just actually, there's things that we're going to, need from you, just, like you said, if it's the car, we just need to know the type of car and the efficiency of it. If it's, how much solar panels do we need to convert the heating over? We just need your utility bill information. If we're looking at doing an energy upgrade at the same time, we can actually put together and understand, hey, how much. What a lot of people like seeing is, if I do an energy upgrade, we not only show you the price of the energy upgrade, whatever the component that we're actually doing, but right next to it, we show you how many solar panels you don't have to buy because you did that measure. So because you did an attic upgrade, well, you removed the need for 6 solar panels. Well, you need 7 solar panels to heat your house for the entire year with electricity. So you can actually see, wow, I do the energy upgrade, I only need 1 more solar panel to get that to accomplishment. So it's just going through the math. We've done enough of these solar systems. We show you how much energy that solar system is going to generate over the course of the year. We got your bills. We understand how much energy we're going to be able to reduce by doing these energy upgrades. It really just then comes down to an understanding that if you do this measure, here's what the outcome of it's going to be. If you change to doing something different, what's the difference on that? And we just show you all that information.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so now you are the home energy pro. This is what we talk about all the time. How do you define energy independence? Not anybody else, but what is your definition, your personal definition of energy independence?
So for me, just because being in the trade, it's just the electrical technology of being able to move units and do stuff, and I have to have a truck. And so if you have a truck, that's the whole electrical vehicle when it comes to trucks really isn't there. So I truly live energy independence. I have my average bill throughout heating, and I set my thermostat at 77 degrees in the summertime and 70 in the winter. My average bill is $40 a month. And so I have my home, pool, everything averages $40 a month. So I have the systems. I heat my house with electricity. So my average bill's, consistent every single month. I think the high is usually about $75 and the low is $0. So, but it averages $40 a month. So to me, that's energy independence when I know what that bill's going to be. It's $40 and I can live comfortably in the house all year long.
At a personal level, you've thought this through and you walk your talk. Mm-hmm. Awesome. And that's not something everybody in every industry can say. And I know you can. And like you said, you make certain sacrifices for driving a pickup truck, but occupationally, it's what you got to do.
Yep.
Okay. That is really awesome. Tells me a lot about what's going on. If you have a question or a comment about today's show, you can call or text the Home Energy Pro at 916-824-1530. That's 916-824-1530, and he will answer your questions personally. This will not be a sales call. It's just a question and answer call. Please be sure to visit the interactive Brauer Home Energy Showroom at the intersection of Sunset and Whitney in Rockland. It's open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. There is a wealth of information there. Thank you for listening.
Enjoy.
So we've covered a lot of ground with all these things that we can do for our in-home comfort. And we know that before we really do anything, we should always start with a clipboard audit. Without the proper strategy, we could be buying way more heating capacity than we need. I'm impressed with a company that might suggest a smaller system than what I currently have. We're going to make that call today.
Okay, the show's now over. Don't linger. You deserve to have the most comfort in your own home how and when you like it. It's getting colder out. Even if you've been told you need a new system, it's possible you don't. If your system is under 15 years old, more often than not, it's repairable. Get a second opinion. You know when it just doesn't feel right. Call somebody who has a reputation you can see in positive online reviews. Call Brauer Mechanical at 916-624-0808. That's 624-0808 or online at brauermechanical.com.